JJ Watt has a huge impact on me and many other people for many different reasons. JJ Watt is a current football player who plays for the Houston Texans and was drafted in 2011 and plays the position of defensive end. This is his team's logo, and this is the stadium that he plays in, the NRG Stadium. As many people know, JJ Watt has a foundation named JJ Watt Foundation, and their motto is to dream big and work hard, which basically describes JJ Watt, considering it took a lot to get into the NFL, and he really takes that into consideration, knowing that he worked hard to get here and he's always willing to give back. Many things that he has given back to is, for starters, our community, and he has helped with time in crisis and giving back to schools, help with any sort of tragic that's happened. JJ Watt is a huge family man. This is his wife, who is a professional soccer player. He has been raised to always give back, and that's something that, since he have a sort of big platform now, he has used that to his advantage. And if he's able to give the money, he's helping out in many different ways. In 2017, JJ Watt won the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award after donating a large amount of his income to the Hurricane Harvey relief, which helped people that lost their homes, restore homes, rebuild homes, helped with food, water, anything that they could possibly need while experiencing this. Considering that Houston also was affected, it really took a toll on him, considering, that was his city. And a lot of people can't just come out of money to help with that. So he was one of the big supporters that helped, hope to get everything back into normal. So this was his first donation of $5 million, although he did have several donations after that. A most recent donation that he has made is when COVID first came about. He donated to the Houston Food Bank, which stood for, providing food for anyone that was high risk, elderly people, or homeless people, or just anyone that was in need. And he loves doing so. He's always willing to give back. And JJ Watt, his foundation, also has many after-schooling events and many, schooling events that help give back to students or schools that can, buy their uniforms. Since he is a sportsman himself, he realizes it's important to have uniforms, and it really changes the kids' way of viewing things whenever they have new uniforms. Something so simple can change a kid's life, and he's always, making people smile from ear to ear, and that's what he stands about. He's also helped with the Sandy Hook school shooting, helping out as many ways as he could. And a more recent one was the Santa Fe school shooting, and he helped and offered to pay for the kids' funerals, the teachers' funerals, to help in that sense. So he was always willing to help out in many ways. JJ Watt does do many events as far as golfing, outings, softball charity events, and he's always giving back to many charities. And he does have a shoe line that is sponsored with Reeboks, and the money that, instead of it going to him, he is not selfish in any way. He goes and uses that money to donate to an organization called the Honor Flight Network, and the Honor Flight Network stands for former veterans, and to help transport them to Washington, D.C. to see monuments that are honored in them. And so it's really cool to see how he's always willing to give back in any way possible, and that's truly what JJ Watt stands for. This one is, I drove through a hurricane to see JJ, and it was pretty cool to see, because so many Texans are so in love with him and his personality. He's the sweetest guy ever, and will probably give off his t-shirt to see, the last person smiling. JJ Watt stands for so many different things, and I appreciate you so much, JJ. Are there any questions? Was JJ Watt affected in the hurricane at all? He wasn't personally affected, but seeing his city struggle so much and surrounding cities struggle by the hurricane, he's just willing to help out in many ways. what does JJ Watt's golfing outing stand for? The golf outing is to raise money for kids that are in need and any fosters or anything like that. So it's really cool to see him, use his brain to make things stand for. Is anyone else a part of this JJ Watt Foundation organization? Yes, JJ Watt is not alone in this organization. His family does have a big part of it. His mom, they all have a big part in this foundation with him and help his dreams come true. And that's why his motto is dream big, work hard. Are there any more questions? No? All right.